And we are back. We're back. We are checking out Ren's prologue video to Vincent's Tale Sunflowers. I'm Shade with Shade Reacts Live.
I'm Hannah. I'm a licensed therapist.
Yeah, she is. And today we're going to be breaking it down from a lyrics perspective, from a therapy perspective, from a music video and music perspective. We're going to really try to analyze this and kind of get into it from there.
Mm-hmm.
So first, I did want to bring attention because on the video, Ren left a comment, and the comment reads, "This one is a real labor of love. As some of you know, it wasn't easy creating these. Halfway through the process, I had a huge health crash and had to go to Mexico for stem cell transplant. During one of the shoots for these episodes, I had an autoimmune flare that left me temporarily blind in one eye." Wow. But with a lot of rest and recovery and various treatments, I was finally able to come back and finish them, and we're finally here. Whoa.
Yeah.
Creating these tales allows me to be creative in ways that merges my favorite parts of film and music, and I'm so excited to share this next installment with you. This first installment is a prologue, which sets the scene for the first chapter of the story to be told on the 31st of this month, July. Make sure to follow on Instagram at Ren Makes Music, as we'll be telling the story through multiple mediums. Whoa.
Ooh, that's
and
cool.
really pushing the envelope of creativity and the confines of where music can sit. I love bringing these stories and characters to life in the most immersive ways, and the Tales is a fun space to do that. For parts of this, for parts of this, we'll be back in the old bardcore style, and some of you have come to know me from. That's awesome. I'm so excited.
Really cool.
And also taking it to some more unusual places. Really proud of what we made here. For everyone who is new, go check out the Tales of Ginny and Screech and get familiar with the previous stories. Also search Screech's Tale Instagram stories and Violet's Tale Instagram stories on YouTube to check out the immersive world we built.
Ooh.
That's new to me. I did not know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So we got to check out the Instagram stories because I have not checked out any of that. Also, for the bardcore, I brought my my fun, my little D&D mug. Yeah. Okay, so we're ready to jump in. This is a prologue, so I'm not sure if this is even a song, to be honest, but we're gonna find out. All right, let's go.
Welcome to Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound. Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition after a violent altercation with a police officer.
Yeah, we know
Over
those
to
two.
reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful shame.
A beautiful shame.
The sunflowers will when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woes. We all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
Whoa.
Yeah.
we just heard the like trombone or something about to come in there, but okay, so before this we saw on Instagram because we saw his like post about promoting this video, and he posted like the sunflower picture for the famous Vincent van Gogh picture. And before sitting down, she's like, this has got to be about Vincent van Gogh, right? And I was like, I don't know, I think so. And then immediately when you see this guy, like you're like, okay, this is evidently
bringing in the flaming sunflowers, but it's look at this, it's modern.
Yeah,
that's super.
It's really cool.
It's a moment of magic. Yeah, it's just I really like the tie-in to Jenny and Screech. You know, we saw from the comments that Ren had based the Tales of Jenny and Screech off of a news story, so I that he pulled it in. I almost had this immediate reaction of, wait, is this like the original
like the news story? Yeah. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I was like, is this the original clip that it was based off of?
Yeah,
but I don't think that's the case.
Regardless, the callback is incredible.
Yeah, just the fact that he's sitting here watching the news too.
Yeah, and watching somebody who represents a modern Van Gogh just sitting here.
Well, and then we just saw at the very end. I want to re-listen to this first
Yeah,
part just to really dive into the lyrics. But like we saw the end with the flaming sunflowers. Um, and I don't know. It's just like it's one of those things that it's fun from a filmmaker standpoint because we see this guy just not a care in the world, rolling a spliff on the couch, watching the news, and then in the background there's an open flame, right?
Yeah.
There's an open fire of this sunflower. It's just a cool like
Well, if it's the whole the world's burning to the ground,
exactly, and we're just watching
doing the
TV,
best we can and
numbing it with
yeah,
drugs.
numbing
Yeah.
it out. Yep.
Violent altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful shame.
Also, he's got
The
this.
sun
He's got this like heavy, like
He does.
almost yodel in his voice right here. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, what a beautiful. It's really cool. It's almost like a operatic.
such a beautiful shame. The sunflowers wilt when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woes. We all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
Dude, I love this sound. I love this sound right here. Oh, now it's static. What is that? What is that?
Oh,
What is that symbol?
I don't know.
Am I crazy?
No, there's definitely a symbol on there, but I don't know what that is.
Is this one of those things where you put up two images and you're like, what do you see? It looks
Yeah.
like a little smiling face.
Or like a cartoon or something.
Someone will know in the comments. This is definitely a
Yeah,
callback to
yeah,
something. It's definitely a
yeah.
callback to
It's like a
something.
rabbit almost.
Rabbit. Yeah, with like the ears.
See?
Yeah. What do we know about rabbits and Ren?
Is it the rabbit hole? Going down the rabbit hole?
I mean, it could be. I don't
I don't know. That's a comment I see a lot.
Yeah.
You know, when people are saying you're going down the red rabbit hole. I don't know. That's where my brain went. Which I don't know if that's an official like
I don't
terminology.
think
but
so.
if it is, that's super cool.
I don't know, but it looks like a rabbit.
It does look like a rabbit.
Someone's gonna be in the comments like, you guys are so stupid. That's nothing. Just like remember when I called out the like tape box, and I was like, oh, this must be like for him to know where to stand whenever they're filming that one scene in the hallway of I think that was Violet's Tale.
Yeah.
And people were like, nah, dude, that's just so you know where to go inside the floor for maintenance. I'm like, all right, I maybe looked into that one a little bit too much. Love that. I think it's a trumpet, but I love it. I don't know enough about brass.
oh, what a terrible scene. Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows. But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown
now
as
someone else
we
is like,
all
oh, that's Ren.
fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down, blindingly loud. Never surrender.
What? What's with this like electronic beat? I love the improv he's doing as part of the song. I don't know like when they were writing this song if he was planning to throw in those. It's very reggae of like just throwing in that like soulful just like in this he's just doing that from time to time. Like hear that? Like that's cool. Oh, he's pissed.
That's so cool.
That was clean.
Ooh.
That was clean.
Okay, this hits a few different things for me, right? I think it's interesting, and I'm not going to be on the production side of it as much, but it is interesting because it almost looked ish like one take. They just kept circling
Yeah,
the room. You know what I mean?
think it was. Yeah.
But I do, and again, I'm assuming there's a Vincent Van Gogh piece in this, and I hope I'm assuming safely here. But it's very interesting because, you know, I don't know a lot about Van Gogh, but what I do know is just obviously his story is very tragic. Um, and it's interesting showing a person who is just being exposed to things on the TV, but completely numbed out to it, to the point like it starts with him watching and he's lighting up the blunt, and then he's like smoking, and then he's leaning back, not looking at the screen, and then they pan in after he's not looking, like he's looking up at the ceiling, and that's when we have the switch of Ren sitting on the couch. So it's just interesting, like when he's not looking, that's when we have that switch happen.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that is
it's
cool.
just an interesting switch.
Yeah,
That was a cool transition.
Yeah, that transition was insane. It's one of those. It's not like overly complicated to do. It's just really impactful the way that they cut it right at the right time as he was zooming in. Right as he hit that was beautiful. And the whispering Vincent. It's getting faster. It's numb to everything. Oh, it's a little prequel or like preview. Just rapping with Van Gogh. What?
Oh, I want to know more.
What? Check it out July 31st when he drops it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Remember how last time I mentioned his ability to use silence really well?
Yeah.
And it always just draws you in. It like pulls at your emotion. It makes you feel like there and like you're feeling it right here.
Yeah.
Beautifully done. Like this whole scene where he gives the card, he takes his last shot, and it looks like there's a few, get these fucking things out of the way. It looks like there's a few shot glasses here, right?
Yeah.
Really telling the story of his night so far. And then just stands up and waddles out.
Well, and here's the thing. Watch this, right? He stumbles off, and you are watching him go the entire time. It reminds me again of the end of the Screech video, where like they leave you with that ending scene.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
the walking away. Obviously he started the video with it's such a beautiful shame, right? But it's just interesting because like the way that they show it is him, existing in life, right? Getting up, brushing your teeth, going to work, going and getting some drinks, kind of numbing
It reminded
out.
me of like Money Game a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
he's like,
absolutely.
I'm
It
just
feels
here.
like he tied a bunch of stuff together, but yeah, it's just I'm existing in life, right? And that it ends with, again, when I think of alcohol in general, there's a numb out there, right? And it ends with him obviously having had a few too many and just stumbling off camera.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the whole. It's such a shame, right? It's such a shame to just exist in life, and it felt like that's kind of.
Yeah. I mean, he was telling a story without saying any words with
Yeah.
that whole scene. I mean, that was so cool. The way it was sped up, the way it was like just that monotonous of you wake up every day, you brush your teeth, you get ready, you go to work, you get off work, you stumble into a convenience store to get smokes or an energy drink or whatever, and then it's like the scene of him smoking and it's like somebody trying to pester him, someone trying to ask him questions like a friend or something, and then he's like playing pool and there's like a girl like trying to get at him and he's just the whole time just staring right at the camera.
Yeah, there was
And
a
it's
fight
just-
in there at one point too.
Yeah.
Did you see the fight?
And it's just like the whole time he's just completely zoned out of everything. Okay, so it's got to be Van Gogh. Dude, there's no way you call it Vincent and you have flowers and then you have an actor that looks just like Van Gogh.
Yeah.
And it's not about
I
Vincent Van
can't
Gogh.
wait to see how he ties this in. Like I said, the only thing I have right now is obviously Vincent Van Gogh. Like the
He wasn't loved in his time. Like
he
that's
wasn't loved in his time, but he also, from what I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong, there was just an intense like pain around life. Like he was very like just existential doom.
Everything I know about Vincent Van Gogh comes either from our TV downstairs, which puts up paintings, or that episode of Doctor Who.
Absolutely, that's what I was thinking of too.
Yeah, that episode of Doctor Who just
episode.
makes you feel a certain way,
Yeah.
and it makes you really emotionally tied to Vincent Van Gogh. And I'm curious, I'd love to see if Rin does any interviews about this, and maybe I'd love to hear if like that episode inspired him to make this tale, because I'm just saying, when you watch that episode, you watch that specific scene where he goes to that, art museum or whatever it is, and he's talking to that guy who's an expert, and he's just like, oh no, Vincent Van Gogh is one of the greatest painters that has ever walked this planet. And the guy's like, he died before anyone appreciated any of his work.
Yeah.
So he never knew that people loved it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll find. I mean, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Check it out on July 31st when we're coming in. If you guys are not following Rin on Instagram, please do. Rin makes music. I'm excited to see some of these different mediums. I'm gonna check out some of the Instagram stories for Ginny and for Screech.
Jenny and Violet, I think.
Well, I'm gonna check those out on my own time before this next release, so I can kind of get up to date on it. Unless that's something that's worth doing like a reaction to. I don't know how many there are. He just said check them out, so there might just be like 2, and it might be fun to do a quick reaction to it, or I'll just do it on my own time and just get locked in for the July 31st release. But it does seem like this is multiple videos, right? It doesn't seem like it's just one. It seems like Vincent's Tale is another maybe trilogy, hopefully. And if that's the case, I'm very excited, because he said like between these videos, like while making these videos. So fingers crossed.
Yes.
If you guys have made it this far and still listen to us ramble, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps out a lot. We're almost to 20,000 subscribers, which is crazy. A lot thanks to this young lady coming on and helping out with some of the therapy perspective. It's really fun and engaging, and it offers a whole other side of intellect that I just don't own. So I can talk all day, but don't know anything about your brain. So I bring
I
her
know
in
a
for
lot.
that. Yeah. But thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one on July 31st. See ya.